Hey there, it's me, Joanna, and Sam the Cow Hat. As the title would suggest, I'm doing my BookTubeAthon TBR, and yeah, so let's do that. The first book on my TBR pile is Prince Caspian, the fourth book in the Chronicles of Narnia series by Storyline, second by publication order, and I've read the first three in the Storyline kind of order, so The Magician's Nephew, The Lion-Lit Witch in the Wardrobe, and The Horse and His Boy. And I've been wanting to read this for quite a while now, because I want to finish the series as quickly as I can, so I thought this would be a good chance to do that. I'm using Prince Caspian for two challenges, and the first one is, well, you will probably know that Prince Caspian has been made into a film, which I've seen a couple of times, and I mean, I would quite like to see it again. So I'm going to read the book, then watch the film, so that's a movie adaptation thing. The second challenge that I'm using this book for is the pictures challenge, because Prince Caspian has lovely little pictures in it, or at least my copy does. It's got just simple black and white kind of pictures around the pages, and there are some which are, if I can find one, you know, full page pictures, and they're quite nice. I'm pretty confident that I'm going to be able to finish Prince Caspian because it's only 190 pages long, and it's a children's novel, even though it is a classic, so I think I'll be able to go through this pretty quickly, though I won't really mind if I don't manage to finish it by the end of the week. It is a thing that I want to do. The next, three books on my TBR pile are these ones. There's only one book. I know what you're thinking. Yeah, I only have one. I ordered the other two from the book depository, but it hasn't arrived. It should arrive on Monday. So I'm going to be reading the entire Legend series, hopefully. So that's Legend, and then Prodigy and Champion. I'll try and get some pictures up around here-ish of those covers. I've been wanting to read this series for ages, and I got this copy from my friend who's read the entire series and loved it, and so she bought me this, and I've been waiting so long to read this book, but I haven't gotten around to reading it yet, and this is the perfect chance, because they're quite short books, between 200 and 300 pages, so I think I'll be able to get through this. Again, similarly to Prince Caspian, if I don't get through it, then I won't be too bothered, but I would quite like to do that. The next book that I plan to read next week is Elizabeth is Missing by Emma Healy. Like Prince Caspian, I'm using this book for two challenges, and that is the book with red on the cover, because although there's not much red on the cover, it's the most prominent colour, as you can see, because red, 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 red. It's so prominent that they made the pages red, which I've never read a book with coloured pages, and I've seen them and I think it's pretty cool. The second challenge that I'm reading this book for is the genre that I haven't read that much over the last year. I gather that this is a mystery novel with a twist. The twist is very obvious in the description, which is that the main character can't really remember anything, but she remembers that her friend Elizabeth is missing and she's trying to find her, so I guess it is kind of like mystery like that. But it's not very mystery, I guess. It's not Sherlock Holmes, basically. But I still think it counts. I've never been that crazy about mystery novels, but I think they're quite interesting. So I thought I would go with that for this challenge. The next book is a book that someone else chose for you to read. And the way that I did this was I sent my cousin Flopsy, that is her name, a list of books that I have on my shelf over in that direction, you can't see it, which I really need to get around to reading, but not including the ones like Les Mis and Dickens, which I knew I would not be able to read in a week, or ones which I already knew I was going to read for the BookTubeAthon. And it ended up being only 10 books, and she sent me a message back on Goodreads saying that she wanted me to read this book, Awaken by Kita Kepinski. When I heard about it, I just had to get it. It sounded so cool. It's another one that I got for my birthday and I've been waiting to read, and I'm really glad that my cousin chose this one because it's a short book, it sounds really good, apparently you can read through it quite quickly, so it should be good for this challenge. and yeah, so I'm excited to read that. The last book I have here is just one that I've added on so that I will have read 7 books if I read all of these, and that is A Monster Calls by Patrick Ness. This is probably my favourite book. It could only be beaten by things like 13 Reasons Why, or maybe Then I Can Never Let Him Go, also by Patrick Ness. But Patrick Ness is an amazing author, and I've read this twice already. I've actually met Patrick Ness, he signed this book. Oh, this book is signed by him, which is really exciting. I'm wobbling the camera, I'm that excited. Originally I was going to use this for the picture challenge, because if you didn't already know, this book has the most gorgeous pictures in it. It's absolutely incredible. Like, it's all black and white, like most books have pictures in, but it's done so well. They've used it to their advantage so much, and they've got it like within the writing, or more the writing is within the pictures, which is really cool. There are some pages which I'm pretty sure don't have, well, there are some pages which only have a little bit of artwork on them, but it's just so great, so well written, so well illustrated, and as I said, I've read it twice before and I just flew through it both times, so I think that'll be a good one. These are all the books that I'm planning to read next week for the BookTubeAthon, other than the 2 that haven't arrived yet. And I'm really excited to see how many of these I can get through. I doubt I'll be able to finish them all, but the main ones I want to read are Awaken and Elizabeth is Missing, because these 2 I'm really excited to read, and I think I will be able to get through them. I'm not going to try and rush through any books, because I think that kind of ruins it when you're reading it, because you don't take in what the story actually is, but I'm gonna try to read them at a normal pace, just spending more time than I normally would reading. I will see you on Monday next week when the BookTubeAthon starts! Yay!